My favorite mobile suit, even before I really got into building Gunpla, is the MS-07B-3 Gouf Custom. The high grade was the very first kit I ever assembled, and now building the master grade, it's the first mobile suit I have in multiple grades. The Gouf Custom Master Grade is a somewhat older, though not ancient, kit, and unlike the MS-07B, there is no 2.0 option. The two things that best date the kit are the inclusion of the fleshy Norris Packard figure and the fact that there are screws for tightening certain joints. I don't know how many kits I've assembled that start with the arms, but it couldn't have been many. And this is where you encounter your first screws. I've seen reviews where people complain about these things, but they're no big deal if you have a number 0 Phillips screwdriver, which I just happen to have lying around. Tighten these things until there's no more give and the joint will be quite solid, though manipulating it will require more pressure than usual. Built the arms, now it's on to the legs. It feels unnatural assembling the limbs before the torso. You'll see a number of inner frame pieces. Again, people seem to downplay the Gouf Custom's inner frame, but I think it's pretty darn good for an older kit. See those pretty blue beads? Hose components. And this being a Gouf, this won't be the last time you see them. I ran into a problem with the head. You see, when I went to cut an essential part from a runner, a piece that the clear mono-eye part attaches to, it, well, didn't exist. I looked everywhere but couldn't find this teeny tiny piece no matter where I looked. Fortunately, Bluefins promised to hook me up with a replacement, but this does mean the Gouf Custom, for the duration of this video, will remain mono-eyeless.
You make me sad.
This was by far the most involved part of the build. You have to assemble the torso and waist, and there are 40 beads that comprise the waist hose. 40 beads that have to go on in a particular order, flipped left to right depending on the side of the waist. Thank goodness that's done. Gouf Custom looking like Polyphemus at the moment, but looking good otherwise.
And now for something completely different.
What a lovely selection of weaponry the Gouf Custom has at its disposal. Heat wire, a 3-barrel 35mm machine gun that mounts to the forearm, the Gatling shield equipped with a 75mm Gatling gun, and a heat sword. These aren't the only weapons that have been wielded by a Custom, but these are what I think of as the Custom's definitive arsenal. Unlike the high grade, the master grade has difficulty posing with the Gatling, but I'm going to pretend that eyeless Custom is just freshly armed inside of a hangar awaiting deployment. While it's not practical space-wise to display the Custom with the heat wire, it still makes for a neat photo. Probably really convenient for grabbing things off of high shelves too. Don't talk to me or my tragically blind cycloptic father ever again. These two look like they'll have fun. Better yet, I've assembled my own Gouf Troop at this point. All in all, solid master grade that looks great despite somewhat limited posing options. I wasn't altogether prepared for all the beads, but it's an ultimately satisfying build and a great addition to any Gouf lover's collection.